another Hi event right here on Hi TV, your luxury channel. I'm here at the IIHS Multiversity in Revolutionize to witness and celebrate another milestone moment, the signing of the MOU between IIHS and Asia University. My name is Dima. Stay tuned with Hi Events to find out more.
It is with great pleasure and excitement that we gather here today at the International Institute of Health Sciences to mark a significant milestone in our journey towards the excellence of healthcare education.
Today is another milestone of IIHS as well as the Asia University. We are looking at a different market segment that we have not been catered in. So IIHS as a founder's vision was to transform people, community and the landscape through innovation. So when we look at a market segment, we always go into niche areas. So I've been very adventurous, and Dr. Nihal allowed me to be adventurous right throughout. What we did was for example, the nursing was not even a dream of anyone to become a nurse when we started 22 years ago. And then we've slowly but surely transformed the professional status into a level that now we said all Colombo School students are doing nursing now. And it's a parallel to it was only the doctor to become a doctor. Now they opt for nursing and the other allied professional areas. And later on, we were requested by the industry look into the existing practicing nurses to upskill them. So we've started doing that, and thanks to OUM, where Professor Ansari was a founder of OUM at that time, and then he explained us, which we did not know some time ago. He has really pushed the nursing board and got the recognition for them to deliver a top-up bachelor's program outside Malaysia. So that has not gone, your efforts have not gone in vain, Professor, because we are proudly, we can, for the numbers that we created, we could proudly say that we have trained over 3,000 government nurses, and another nearly 2,000 are studying now. And then they're ranging from bachelor's to master's to even the doctorate.
I have with me Dr. Kitsiri Singh here today to talk about yet another milestone. We have another MOU signing in our hands with Asia University. Doctor, let's talk first about the significance of signing an MOU like this for IIHS in terms of moving forward.
Yeah, our collaboration with Asia University was well over 12 years. So we looked at more of a postgraduate PhDs in management, etc. Now we have gone to now we are extending it to the professional state group. So we are looking at fairly 4 groups mainly. Firstly, looking at the mature nurses. The mature nurses, they don't have time, and they don't, so therefore real academic qualification also they need it. So we've created a curriculum together for them to, whilst working, they could complete it. Then our public health midwives, we have a lot in Sri Lanka. So they also do need a bachelor's. So we are getting another bachelor's for them, and not to mention the public health inspectors who really worked hard during COVID and etc. All are really done something for the country. So it's time for us to recognize them and give a qualification. In addition to that, there are in charges of the health system. So they have just a diploma. They also will be upgraded with a master's in health services management. So we have nurses, we are looking at professional bachelor's in nursing, for midwife, the professional bachelor's in family health, for in charges, as I told you before, professional bachelor's in health services management, and for PHIs, public health inspectors, professional bachelor's in environmental and food science. So those are the 4 that we are new programs that we are forwarding to the professionals. And secondly, we are looking at expanding our PhD programs. So there are loads of professionals who like to have a PhD but don't have time. So there's Malaysia, there's a program where they could do, we can get the recognition of prior learning for their professional practice, and then reduce the length of the PhD program. It's exactly academics-wise, exactly the same acumen as a general PhDs. But with this, you are recognizing their professional studies as well. So those are the ones that we are going to talk to them and get this this particular project going. And as well as in future, I think IIH is always looking at to include many as possible in professional as well as the youth in this segment. So that's what the today is all about.
Also moving forward now, IIHS is moving forward with 3 differently established faculties, and you have been appointed the Dean of the Faculty of Undergraduate Studies as well. Let's talk about this as a development and moving forward, what opportunities it will bring for the students.
Yes, undergraduate studies has the largest amount of programs that we conduct here at IIHS. So my appointment is a temporary one, probably a year or two, until somebody who's real competent to get into this segment. Since I've been with IIHS for last 16 years and be the direct academic, so the knowledge that I acquire, I want to inculcate in this and to train the other staff members as well. So we have a wide range within that. We have nursing, allied health, physiotherapy, biomedical science, then we have paramedics, nutrition, sports and health science, to radiography, all that. So we are really looking at the world market, and then according to the world market we are creating programs. So we have with Coventry University as well, same programs, so bachelors, and it is delivered as 1/10 of the cost which is delivered in UK. So we expect more regional students also to come to my faculty as well.
Asia University is the is the mirror of ACD, in the sense that this is the instrument that we developed in order for human capital development or human resource development or human capital for the people of Asia, and how do we make Asians become more skilled, how do we reskill them, upskill them, provide opportunities. Basically, it's democratization of education, providing access, providing equity to the people of Asia. So we were never meant to be a Harvard, we were never meant to be a Cambridge, very elitist in nature. We were never meant to charge high fees kind of thing. We were always meant for the people of Asia, for the average man, woman and child in Asia. So that's where we sit ourselves kind of thing. That's number one. Number two, we do not compete with existing universities in Asia. We collaborate with existing institutions and universities in Asia, because we believe in complementing the higher education landscape than competing in the higher education landscape, because that was the condition put forward by the founding fathers. So if I go into a country, I do not compete in the country, but I complement what is already in the country by working with institutions, with colleges, with what they call universities in that country, by providing them opportunities on new programs and new courses for them to take up, rather than what they call for me to come and clash head on with the existing what they call institution.
I have Professor Dato Dr. Ansari here with me. Now, Doctor, we were talking about the signing of the MOU, and something in your speech that you said caught my eye, where you said you'd rather complement the institutions in a country and not compete. Let's talk a little bit more about that, and how through the signing of this MOU with IIHS, you will bring about complementing the studies here in Sri Lanka.
First and foremost, it's a pleasure to be here in Sri Lanka, and this morning here at IIHS. This is for us at Asia University, a milestone for us, because it's expanding our what they call footprint here in Sri Lanka together with IIHS. Now, coming back to the issue of how we complement the landscape here, basically we've been operating in Sri Lanka, I think, for the last 12 years. We've had many partners here offering different kind of programs. With IIHS, we've only been doing the PhD program, PhD in nursing over the years. But right now we're talking about expanding that relationship between IIHS and Asia University, and filling in the gaps that they found, that they require to fill such gaps in order for them to have a better product portfolio and offer to the people of Sri Lanka. So in doing so, we are now coming up with new programs. For example, the professional bachelor in nursing in different specializations, in midwifery, in what they call nursing care, etc. kind of thing. We've also been discussing about the issue of how can we increase doctoral programs, and in Malaysia we have got a pathway called the Accreditation of Prior Learning (APAL) qualification, APAL-Q, and we're discussing about how could we introduce that into Sri Lanka. That will complement all the universities and colleges in Sri Lanka, give them a different pathway on how they can get a doctorate program approved by the Malaysian Qualification Agency in Malaysia. So our objective has always been not to come in and compete, but to come in and complement, fill in gaps that they are existing there, and if it's possible for us to fill the gap together with a collaborating institution. So that's what I meant by saying that we're not here to compete, but we're here to collaborate, And we not just a collaboration for the people of Sri Lanka. We talk about in IIHS this morning, we're talking about collaborating and bringing people from outside Sri Lanka to come and study IIHS in the collaboration, because we have Asia University as a very large network across Asia and across the globe, and therefore we will use our network and introduce some of IIHS programs to the network and tell them that it's an opportunity for you to come to Sri Lanka and study in Sri Lanka, and we'll facilitate that.
I didn't come here to make money. I didn't come here to lead a revolution, but from all my experiences in life, I thought we all, just like the blind man, they also help by just waiting. I also came back and I thought, hey, what am I doing here without doing anything? So we decided we'll start a nursing school. And the reason for that was because Sri Lanka was known, was world famous for cheap, unskilled labor, especially women. Most of the workers would go to the Middle East, where they were treated worse than how we treat our cats and dogs. I was there, I saw it, I felt it, and 2 or 3 friends of mine, we decided, hey, we will try to change the image of the country. Let's send out some skilled labor, some intelligent labor, so that people will have a different image of Sri Lanka. So that's how we started. That was the vision, and that was the mission. Okay, change Sri Lanka.
I have Dr. Nihal Silva here with me at a milestone juncture yet again, moving from schools to faculties here at IIHS. Now, you have been the founder, the co-founder, and we've come a long way with IIHS. I always ask you, how do you feel with each new step that we take forward?
Well, of course there is a sense of satisfaction, accomplishment, and for an old man, it's kind of a good feeling to have. But as an institution, it's a much better feeling, because it shows that we have progressed from humble beginnings to recognition internationally, of course locally, and also the fact that together with that recognition, it implies that we have produced a quality product. By quality product, I don't mean quality within the country, I mean international quality. We are of such a status now that we have to restructure our administration and especially the academic arena so that we can give more attention to the subdivisions within certain schools. So we call them faculties now. And I guess it sounds a lot better than school also in terms of in the academic landscape. Okay, we have faculties, so it's like we are almost like a university, as it were. We are practically a university. So in that respect, I think it's a good feeling that after 22 years we have come to this position.
Asia University, I think Dr. Kisri was telling me that who is going to make a major change in the Sri Lankan market. Not only in the Sri Lankan market, in the Asian market and also in the Western market. That's what we heard, because there are a lot of inquiries from even from Australia asking to do some degrees with us. Therefore, that's the ripple of things which are moving around with these collaborations. Therefore, these collaborations can do wonders. When we thought Dr. Kitsiri going to Malaysia, and I think so many plane loads went to Malaysia, and Malaysia and Sri Lanka, that's the biggest live bridge which has been built between Malaysia and Sri Lanka, not anything else. They got qualified in Malaysia, and they got the knowledge, and I think that's the most important live bridge, Dato, which you have done, and you can be justifiably proud.
I have Dr. Amal Harshad Silva here with me. Now, Doctor, let's talk a little bit about the newly established faculties here at IIHS and you being appointed the Dean for the Faculty of Professional Studies. Let's elaborate a little bit on that.
Yeah, I think, we got a structure, little change in the structure, and then we want to give professionals a chance, and that's what all about professional studies is concerned. Because there are a lot of top professionals in the health sector today who needs to upgrade their skills and upgrade their qualifications, like say nurses, then public health midwives, public health inspectors, and then a lot of paramedical staff. And they need to value add to themselves, and therefore I think with the Asia University, we have signed the MOU today, and I think we can deliver those aspirations in Sri Lanka.
You actually breached on that topic. I was going to ask you, what are the kind of scopes that IIHS can expect after signing this MOU with Asia University, and what the students can be benefited from?
In fact, there are many inquiries today, and I hope that we will deliver about 100 PhDs in time to come. 100 PhDs is a huge number of PhDs for any university, and there are a lot of inquiries coming from Sri Lanka as well as from Australia and from other countries as well. Therefore, I think that's going to be a major hit for Sri Lanka and for the Asia University as well. Then when you see public health inspectors, they have their knowledge, but in the meantime, they must also have knowledge about healthy cities, having walk paths and clean environments, and I think the whole Sri Lanka is going to change once they do a degree of that nature. Therefore, they will be very resourceful in time to come. The nurses, the same story. We award them a diploma. Now, when they get a degree, then they can get exposed to the whole world. Their horizons become much bigger. Likewise, now for public health midwives, there's nothing available on the table today, and therefore we are going to create something new altogether for our professionals to be global in time to come. And I think this is going to change Sri Lanka forever. Good.
So far, we were conducting all the programs at IIHS under 5 schools, namely School of Nursing, School of Biomedical Science, Physiotherapy, Health Administration, and also School of Education. But over the last couple of years, things got expanded so that it was noticed that we are running a range of programs under a particular school. For example, if I talk about the School of Nursing, we have certificate programs, diploma level programs, bachelor's, master's, and all the way up to Doctor of Nursing program as well. So in that aspect, and also in addition to that, in this year and also within next year, we are about to introduce many more programs to IIHS. With this, it was decided to streamline the monitoring of the program conduction and to ensure the effectiveness is monitored and effectiveness is assured in terms of delivery and assessment of all the programs running at IIHS. Being a education institute, it's a core service of this particular organization. So with that expectation, we thought of separating or categorizing the particular programs under 3 categories.
I have Dr. Dinusha Kanitiwala here with me now. Doctor, let's talk about the newly established faculties and what that means for IIHS.
Yes, today we went for a structural change for the academic department of IIHS with the establishment of 3 new faculties. Basically, faculties will go as Faculty of Undergraduate Studies, Faculty of Postgraduate Studies, and also Faculty of Professional Studies. In fact, we were running all the programs previously under 5 schools, but with the expected expansion in terms of programs, in terms of student numbers, and also the expected quality of delivery and assessment. We thought of categorizing the currently running programs and also the upcoming programs under these 3 faculties. So by establishing these 3 faculties, we have appointed 3 separate deans to ensure the 3 faculties are monitored. So that main expectation is we will be able to cater our students the expected standard in terms of delivery and assessment of the programs, and we should be able to cater the expected international student recruitment, expected upcoming programs while assuring the quality of delivery and assessment.
Professor Sarat Samargi here with me now. Doctor, we're going to talk a little bit about the newly launched faculties here at IIHS, and you have been appointed the Dean for the Faculty of Postgraduate Studies. Let's talk about moving from schools onto faculties here at IIHS and the significance.
Yes, with the history of 22 years in existence, IIHS was annually expanding its scope of work, and with the vision of changing, transforming people, landscapes, and communities with innovation. The new faculty, with the expansion, we needed to establish new faculty. So the 3 kids from the schools of different subjects, we are now moving into more broader scope of faculties. Faculty of Undergraduate Studies, Faculty of Postgraduate Studies, and also Faculty of Professional Studies. So the number of programs are expanding, so we need to expand our services and also opening up new avenues for the students to come in and expand their horizons. This move, I think, is in the correct direction. I will augur well for the future in transforming the healthcare education in Sri Lanka.
I have Dr. Renuka Jayatissa here with me. Now, Doctor, let's talk about the establishment of new faculties here at IIHS and how this has helped the IIHS Multiversity to move forward.
I think this is a great opportunity because Malaysia is having the kind of education hub, and having been collaborated with them because we need to expand this postgraduate aspect, especially the PhD programs and things. At the same time, the professional development, the already Sri Lankans who are professionals who are working here, we need the continuous development programs. So this is a great opportunity for us to get a lot of resources from Malaysia. This is a kind of at the same time we will get the networking opportunity with the other professionals in the world as well as in Asia.
Another collaboration, another milestone. We wish IIHS and Asia E University all the very best. Until we see you again with another high event, take care and be safe.